know something? I simply cannot get with this modern generation. The stuff that I see now versus the stuff I seen like in the 90s and the early 2000s. I shake my head and discuss. I have severe nostalgia, and it's like I cannot be happy in this time frame because I have an obsession with the past. I miss the way things used to be. The only thing that I like about this modern generation is the technology. The technology, such as the cars, the cell phones, the cameras, the camcorders. You know what I'm saying? The radios and you know the stereos and the TVs and YouTube and stuff. That's the only thing. You know, that's the only thing that's good about this generation. Social networking. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's good. Technology is pretty much this generation. That's the only thing that's good about the modern generation. Now, I can't get with this terminology and this slang and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I hear a lot of people, you know, that listen to this modern junk music. They always saying, "Oh, we gonna turn up." Like I was at this gospel concert. It was a lot of rappers there. It was like it was a rapper named The Truth, a rapper named Nell Watts, I think, a singer named B Rose. Who else was there? A guy named Thizzle, a guy named KB. It was a lot of gospel artists there because the only music I ever listen to is gospel music because I'm a Christian and I was raised not to listen to secular music because I was taught that that's simple music. You know what I'm saying? Which is a fact. It's not no opinion. But it's like music in general. Music in general, whether it's Christian music or satanic secular music, it's like music as a whole have went down the drain. Like gospel music, for example. Now I understand that you're not supposed to care about the beat and the way the person sound in the gospel song. You're supposed to just care about worshiping God. But when you look at when I look at Bobby Jones gospel Sunday best and stuff, it's boring because in the '90s, like '90s gospel, the songs had meaning to it. The person singing the song, I mean, they will they put meaning into the song through their voice. Now it's just like people they just like the singers just go out there. Now, granted, there are some gospel singers that do sing with feeling in the song. But the thing that I don't like about these modern gospel songs is the fact that it's the beat of it. They come up with these boring, slow-paced beats. You know what I'm saying? What happened to that feel-good music? What happened to the slow jams, the R&B, the contemporary gospel, BB and CC Winans, the Winan brothers, Donnie McClurkin back then, Marvin Sapp in the '90s? I can go on and on. Or what else? Angelo and Veronica, Angie and Debbie. It was a lot of good gospel artists, like Karen Clark Sheard, another one. Back in the '90s, these gospel singers was so great. That's why I miss '90s gospel. Even '80s gospel is better than this modern junk. Like BB Winans, for example. Now, if you follow gospel like in the '80s and '90s, his gospel songs was off the chain. Now, when I listen to BB Winans, the song is just so boring. He had a single called "God Bless America." I'm listening to this song, and the moment the song came on, I just got disinterested in the song. Cause it's these modern beats. I'm sick and tired of the auto tune. That's another example. Like I don't mind auto tune if it's used at a download, like if you was just to use it like in a chorus of a song. But if you using it too much, then that's when I got a problem with it. I can't deal with this auto tune. I'm so sick and tired of hearing it. People just these artists is using it in every song. I'm tired of just hearing that over and over again. Sing or rap. Stop using all this auto tone garbage. Then I get so sick and tired of these modern women. I'm gonna make a video, separately talking more about these modern American women in another video. But I get so sick and tired of them. It's like when it comes to them, they got all these high standards. They wanna sit up here and have all these high standards when it comes to good men. But when a good man or men in general have high standards of their own, it's not acceptable by women. They sit up here and criticize you saying, oh, you shallow, you conceited. Why do we have to sit up here and be slender? Why do we have to have long hair? Why do we have to do this and that? They complain. And I got an interracial group, an interracial black man and white woman group, and some of them women in the past have complained about this. Some of the women had to sit up here. They set up there and debate with me on that. And these the same women sitting up here having all these high standards. By the time I say I want a woman, I prefer long haired women, then they got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I get with this modern generation. And public transportation is another example. I get so sick and tired of sitting forward. Now on a bus, you got like seats that sit like this, right? Sit sideways. If I'm sitting forward, why would a person sit in front of me like on a seat that's facing forward, sit sideways on a seat that's facing forward? I get so sick and tired of that. And it's mainly these thugs doing that. They come on these buses, sit in these seats that's facing forward, and they sit sideways. I gotta sit up here and look at the side of their head. Sometimes they be doing this and their elbow is almost at my leg. They do it all the time. All the time, and I'm sick and tired of it. It's an outrage. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna sit sideways, why don't you sit on the sideways seats? The seats that's sideways. Why not sit like that? Why do you gotta sit up here and put your legs all across the seat, and I gotta sit up here and look at your face? You know what I'm saying? And not only the men do it, the women do it too. I get so sick and tired. Then another thing, a lot of these single mothers sit up here, get all these kids on the bus, and they take up all the space. They don't tell their kids to shut up like they should. You gotta listen to their kids whine and cry all the time. And then like a kid, like two kids can be sitting in front of me, and instead of the mama sitting up here telling them to sit down, they standing up. They standing up looking at me. Looking at me spitting and oh my God. I cannot. That's the reason why I cannot stand kids now. I try to be a good role model to kids, but I don't want no kids of my own, and I never will. What's the point of having kids in this modern generation, which is the last days on earth? Because we living in the last days. These single moms can't even control their own kids. You know what I'm saying? So I just shake my head, man. I just shake my head because it's like the public transportation. It's not good like it used to be. It sucks because you can never have any peace and quiet. Every time you go on the bus, there's always a woman, a woman, or AKA a black woman sitting up here going on the bus talking so loud with her kids running around, and she don't say jack squat to them, but yet and still you got to deal with that, talking all loud and stuff. And don't want to use her inside voice, and then yet they wonder why men don't even want them now. Because honestly, I mean, this is no. I mean, there are good black women out there, but I just don't want them. Period. I don't give a crap about black women in other countries. People saying, "Oh, black women in other countries are so good and stuff." I don't give a crap about black women. Period. I don't care if they good. They ain't my cup of tea. They are. They never was. White women are my cup of tea. And another thing I get sick and tired of, I get sick and tired of people coming on my page saying that, oh, I don't like white women because they got small titties and small butts, which is a lie because I got an interracial group, like I said before, with over 5,000 members, and some of them, it's got every single type of white woman in that group. From white women that look like Victoria's Secret models to big white women, thick white women. Every single type of white woman is in that group. And I control that group. I'm the admin of that group. I got 100% control of that group. They all know who I am, who MOV is. Some of y'all come on my page with this nonsense. Oh, I don't like white women. I like Latinas. I'm gonna do a video of why I lost my interest in Hispanic women. You know what I'm saying? I do got Hispanic women friends, but I would never. I don't think I would marry a Hispanic woman. I'm gonna explain why in another video. But this social networking crap, I mean, when it comes to when it comes to Facebook, I gotta tolerate drama all the time. I got a lot of friends on Facebook, but I got some enemies on Facebook too. And running a group with over 5,000 members is not easy at all. Not easy. You're gonna go through stress when you running a Facebook group and you got thousands of members on that group. Social media can sit up and stress you out. You know what I'm saying? You put a post on there and people sitting up saying, "Oh, why do you complain too much? Oh, I don't sit up here and post all my problems on Facebook." Okay. When I go on YouTube and Facebook, that's my time to vent. Now in public, it's a lot of stuff you can't say, even though you got freedom of speech. Because if you say it, then people turn their backs on you. People sit up here and think you got a problem or something, and people want to fight you for being real. But when I vent on social media, that's my time to shine. I don't give a crap about people saying, "Oh, you negative." You just can't handle my realness. You can't handle my realness. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always saying, especially American women always saying, "Why you gotta be so negative all the time?" It's called being 100% real. You American women always sit up saying, "I want a man that's 100% real." But when you get a man, you have a man in front of you that's 100% real, then you sit up here and complain. Y'all American women are always caught in contradictions, and you modern American women, y'all don't see yourselves. Y'all need to look in the mirror and smell the coffee and understand that y'all so selfish, and y'all always contradicting yourselves, and y'all so hypocritical. I'm not talking about every American woman. I'm not talking about every American woman out there, so don't put words in my mouth and don't come on my page saying I'm generalizing, because you will get blocked. You know what I'm saying? The only other good thing about this generation, you know, is I honestly, to be honest, I can't think of nothing else besides the technology. Because I thought of something, but it's technology related or material related. That's the only thing that's good about this generation: materialism and technology. Television sucks. One of the main reasons why I changed my major from engineering to TV production, because I wanted to change TV and the internet. I'm so sick and tired of what I'm seeing. You go on the internet, you got all these world star hip hop videos, people just recording and saying World Star over and over again. You look at TV, you got shows like the WWE that still suck after all these years and wonder why their company is going down. You got shows like TNA that wants to be on the WWE's level, but they don't want to listen to their fans because they take one step forward and two steps back each and every time. You got shows like Modern Family that's so watered down and whack to the point you don't even want to watch no more of it. You got whack shows, like a lot of these Tyler Perry movies and a lot of these reality shows called Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta, all the Real Housewives shows, Bad Girls Club. You got all these reality shows and Wendy Williams and BET and VH1 and MTV. Those networks should be off the air anyway. Then you got ABC. They got all these shows that don't even last 5 years. I remember, they tried to bring back Charlie's Angels and that got canceled. Do you guys notice every time these producers try to remake like a TV show from the 90s or the 80s or a movie from the 90s or the 80s, it's never better than the original version? You know what I'm saying? They always try to remake a movie or all the, well, sometimes I give the movies credit. Sometimes the movies what I'm trying to say, sometimes the movie they remake is sometimes better than the original, but not often. TV is different. You know what I'm saying? If they was to bring back the Brady Bunch or the Cosby Show with a different cast, it wouldn't be better than the original. And that's why I can't stand. I grew up thinking in the 90s that TV would go to the next level. Music will go to the next level. Movies will go to the next level. Technology will go to the next level, which it still is. Technology is going at higher heights. What happened to the TV content? Why ain't that going into higher heights? What happened to I ain't gonna say movies and video games because they cool, but yeah, but some video games are so violent now, cussing and stuff. Like, not a big fan of that. But when it comes to music and television, it's just, God, man, it loses my interest. That's why I got nostalgia, because I missed that 90s gospel. You know what I'm saying? I miss that 90s flow in gospel music. I miss I miss 90s television where you would have there would be a intro theme to the TV show, and more than likely you will hear like a saxophone playing. Nowadays, when they make these modern day TV themes or TV introduction themes, I mean, it's just so quick. They just have it for a few seconds, like 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you look at shows like Living Single or the Ricky Lake talk show or any of these 90s shows, they always had a saxophone playing in the background when they had TV introductions before the show started. Bring that back. Please bring that back. We miss shows like the Brady Bunch. We miss shows like the Cosby Show. We miss shows like Martin. We miss shows like Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey, Keenan and Kel, The Amanda Show, Smart Guy, In the House, Gullah Gullah Island. What else? Seven Heaven, Smallville, Friends, Drew Carey, Seinfeld, Cheers. There's a lot of them. I mean, it's so many of them. Rugrats. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's so many shows. Because it's like the 90s, we had a variety of stuff. But now, we don't got that much now. You know what I'm saying? Like, TV producers and stuff, They used to give us a lot back then. Now it's like everything is downgraded. It's just like Walmart, for example. Another example of why this generation sucks. Because ever since they remodeled these Walmarts from when the storefront was blue, they changed it into a beige color. Now I don't know if it's like that in all states, but they try to make Walmart like a super Walmart, trying to make it bigger and put like a grocery section in there and stuff. And it's like they don't got a lot of stuff, like a lot of items like they used to. You know what I'm saying? These stores ain't good like they used to be. They downsize everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got YouTube and Google. Ever since Google bought YouTube, it's more difficult to sit up here and create an account because you got to link Google and YouTube. Well, you don't have to do it, but for Google Hangouts, you got to do it. I mean, it's like they sit up here and keep changing the Google, the Facebook and YouTube setups, and they get worse and worse and worse and less easy to work with. I got nostalgia. I miss the '90s so much, and the early 2000s. Why can't we get shows like Pokemon back? Why can't we get shows like Yu-Gi-Oh back? Scooby Doo. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we get shows like all that back? Rugrats. You know what I'm saying? Sesame Street was good in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? I was flicking through the channel one time, and I sit up there. I was looking at Sesame Street. I'm like, where's Maria? Where is Louise and Susan and Gordon and Gabby and I can't remember the other ones. Ruthie. Where are all the characters from the '90s? Well, they probably old now, and probably because I seen a picture and they old now. You know what I'm saying? But I miss them. You know what I'm saying? They've been on that show since like the '70s, '80s, '90s, and the early 2000s, and I think the mid 2000s too. Sesame Street was the show in the '90s and the early 2000s. But now you look at Sesame Street now, it's not as good as it used to be. Kids don't even got nothing good to watch like how we watched when we was kids. That's why these kids go out here doing all this shooting and killing, growing up to be killers, because when they was young, you know, while they're young, they don't got the TV we had. You know what I'm saying? The 90s television took our minds off our problems, especially mine when I was getting bullied for 14 years. That's how I was able to cope with the bullying for 14 years, getting my head kicked, you know, sitting up here getting beat up by 30, 40, 50, 300 plus people every single day for 14 years because I had perfect attendance. Mostly every year. Mostly every year. I can't get with it, people. I cannot get with it. You know, my friend Corey and I on Facebook, you know, he also have a YouTube channel. Me and him talk about the modern generation all the time. You know, and I think Corey and Jay Vargas, they did a video about the modern generation. I cannot get with this turn up saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of stuff. I want the '90s to come back. That's why I changed my major back in high school. Because I'm going to be the one that's going to do it. I'm going to be the one that's going to bring all this cool stuff back that we had back then. Because it's a shame that these TV producers don't want to do that now. They don't want to do it now. But I'm going to be the one to do it. Because when my entertainment come around, when my entertainment company comes around, you can kiss Disney goodbye. Because Disney is the reason why these black women, these white women, Hispanic women, and you can, well, I ain't going to say all Asian women, but some, that the ones that's Americanized and think that they white, that's why they got all these high standards. That's why American women are jacked up in the head, because it's Disney's fault. Disney's responsible for this. They done sat up there and brainwashed these young girls You know, these women, when they was girls saying that, oh, you deserve a man that's Prince, you deserve Prince Charming, a guy with knight in shining armor riding on a horse with a sword in his hand. And these women grow up thinking that a man's supposed to be 100% perfect, that they deserve a 100% perfect man when they ain't even perfect themselves. Sitting up there having all these high standards, but you ain't no high standard yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no 10. Some of y'all are 6, 7, and 8. You know, 5, 6, 7s, and y'all want a man that's a 10. He got to be over 6 foot tall, got to be making over 6, 7 figures, got to sit up here and be a bad boy, got to sit up here and obey your every command and cater to you, but you don't want to do the same for him. And yet y'all wonder why y'all single with kids. Then y'all kids sit up here growing up killing people because he or she didn't have a father in this house. And that's another thing wrong with this modern generation. Fatherless kids! That's why I got bullied all the time. Because you moms picked the wrong man to sit up here and have kids with. Having kids out of wedlock. Kids out of a bad situation. And you sit up here and glorify that. God. Then y'all want to turn to feminism. Feminism is another reason why this generation is jacked up now. Feminism. One of the main reasons, racism and feminism. And TV content, music content, well, media content in general. I might do a part 2 to this. I'm so sick and tired of this modern generation. I wish we can have a time machine where I can go back. I miss the WWF Attitude Era. I miss Nickelodeon in the 90s. I miss Superstation. I miss Hercules in the 90s. Xena the Warrior Princess. Drew Carey. The black shows in the 90s. A Different World. Living Single. Steve Harvey. Martin. Jamie Foxx. I miss all them shows. Seventh Heaven. You know what I'm saying? Charm, Smallville, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Felicity, 91210. I can go on and on and on. I miss all them shows. Why can't we get them shows now with these modern shows? Why can't we get some good intro themes to these TV shows? Why can't we get some good music? I'm tired of this music. I'm tired of seeing this crap on TV. I'm sick and tired of seeing this garbage on YouTube. I'm tired of people thinking LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James is the best. He is not Michael Jordan. I'm sick and tired of people thinking that this racist Justin Bieber is better than Michael Jackson. He's not. They all suck. Miley Cyrus suck. Justin Bieber suck. Drake suck. This gospel music suck. These TV shows suck. YouTube suck. Google suck. Facebook suck.